you have to feel the heartache or angst or whatever it may be that you're feeling to get to the good stuff.
Yes, yes,
So
yes.
I love that you said that, and I do, like, I'm a very emotional person.
Hmm.
And I, like, when I'm happy, like, I'm happy, and when I'm sad, I'm sad. But I do think as humans we are very lucky to be able to feel those emotions, and I think it's important to feel them.
Hmm.
Like, how can you really enjoy all the greatness of life when
Hmm.
you don't feel the sadness that you go through too?
Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'd like to welcome you to another episode of the Just Keep Showing Up podcast. This is your man Derrick, and I am here today with Beth. How are you doing, Beth?
I'm doing good.
Yes, it's great to see you. Thank you for taking time out of your day to come have a conversation with me. So I'm very excited. We've talked about this for a while, and we're finally here. So
Yep, it's a pleasure. I'm excited.
yes, yes, thank you, thank you. Uh, So I'll start off with the first question. Can you share a little bit about yourself? And there's no wrong answers, just to kind of give people an idea of who you are. Uh, yeah, just something about you.
Yeah, sure. Well, my name is Beth. I live in the Bel Air area of Maryland. Lived here my entire life.
Okay.
Went to college at Towson University, Hartford Community, and then Towson University. Um, I was a Baltimore City school teacher for 5 years, straight out of college. And now I sell insurance, medical insurance. And yeah, I have a sweet, beautiful dog that I love so much, except for when she decides to run around the neighborhood for fun. But yeah. So
Yeah.
so that's me.
All right. Well, thank you. So I just learned something already. I'm trying to figure out, why did I not know that you were a school teacher before
Yeah, a
in
lot of people
Baltimore?
don't know that about me.
Wow. And I
Yep.
feel like that alone can speak to who a person is, who you are. Because to go into school teaching, I think, and I could be wrong, and my daughter's a school teacher. This is her first, she'll be finished up her first year. I feel like as a school teacher, you have to have a soft spot for people. For I don't know, it's just it takes a certain person to go into a
Yeah.
profession where you're not definitely not going into it for the money.
Yeah.
You
Yep.
have a passion for people, or maybe a passion to just see people do well, in life.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
that's what I
For
feel
sure.
about that. So yeah,
And lots of patience. Lots of
yeah,
patience.
lots of patience. I know I could tell some stories about my daughter that she told me, like, something she did to a kid. I'm like, Donish, you cannot do that. Like, you can't. I don't think you can do that. So, but and
Yep.
she's in Baltimore County as well, in Parkville.
Okay.
The
Yeah.
school is, gosh, I forget the name of the school, but yeah. So that's very interesting. And Towson University and HCC. My son is about to graduate from high school. He didn't want to go to college at all, and his girlfriend is going to HCC. She wants to be a chef, and
Oh,
I.
cool.
I was telling him, I like, HCC is good too. That's nice, like one of the better community colleges
For
that you can
sure.
go to. So
For
that's
sure.
a route to go as well. So all right. So this is the Just Keep Showing Up podcast, and that is why we're here to talk about that. So I like to ask you, what do you do for yourself to continue to show up? And I often talk about kind of like what made me ask the person, the guests that are on, why did I ask the person to be on the show? And for you, it's one of those things where, and a lot of it is Instagram for me. Where I follow people on Instagram, and they'll share something on Instagram that resonates with me, or we have our sauna at the gym, and that seems to be sometimes can be therapeutic. And
Yeah.
we've just
Yeah,
had
for
some
sure.
amazing, yeah, we've had some amazing conversations, and just your mind and the way you approach life. Of course, just the parts that I've learned, I really admired. Just some of the things that you shared has resonated with me. So I was like, man, it'd be great to have you on the show. So I'm so happy we're here. But yeah, that
Yeah.
question, like, what do you do for yourself to continue to show up? And that's kind of can be very. That question is kind of vague a little bit, I guess, but just, we all go through difficult times or even a good time.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. Really, I think for me, it's it's a mental um mindset.
Mm-hmm.
And so, Derrick, you and I, well, we met through Delaney, I think, initially.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Um, but we now go to the same gym, and I know
Yeah.
you and I have had this conversation, but the gym is really a more than anything, mental for me. And
Mm-hmm.
that's really what I do every single day to show up and for myself.
Yes.
Um, not only for to stay fit, to stay healthy, but majority mental. It's therapeutic for me. I set goals for myself. Like, it's just a constant in my life. Probably the most constant thing that's been in my life since high school.
Oh
So
wow.
so
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. That's very interesting. So I mean I view the gym very much the same. It's and I talk to many people in the gym, and I often say it's the one thing I feel like I can control in my day. Sometimes I can't even control it because I can feel like I don't even want to be there. Like it's
Yeah.
difficult
Yeah.
working out. I find myself talking more than I actually work out. But it's the one thing that I can actually control during my day because you just never know what's going to be around the corner, when you walk out of the door.
Absolutely.
And it's like the vibe. And if you go there I mean, I get there like around 6. But if you're there between like 6 and 8, those folks are there to work out. Like you're
Yep.
not waking up that early in the morning to go to the gym just to not do anything. So yeah, so that definitely resonates with me, and I agree with that.
Yeah.
How about in life if there's like challenges that you have, uh, like things you do to kind of navigate through difficulties in life outside
Yeah.
of the gym?
Well, I'd say probably the past 3 years, 2.5 years have been probably the most challenging of my
Mhm.
life.
Yes.
Um, and I relied on a lot of things. I relied on um my friends. I
Hmm.
relied on therapy. Um, I think therapy is truly what saved me in many ways. And I just, no matter, I've really learned to just shift my mindset in a lot of ways. So, like, we all face challenges in life, and
Hmm.
um we have tough seasons, and
Yes.
some are tougher than others, but I think a lot of what can get you out of it, and what gets me through the tough times and everything, is your mindset. And the way, like, it's really something that you have to, like, be aware of and switch yourself. And so yeah, I mean, that's really, like, I think what I learned through the past 2.5 years of my life. And if I'm having a bad day, or I'm waking up and I'm just not feeling it, or
Hmm. Yeah.
whatever it may be, I really, like, I have that self-talk with myself, and I'm like, you
Hmm.
know what, you got to wake up today. Like, you get to go to work. Like,
Hmm.
work might be difficult right now or stressful, but you get to go to work, you get to go to the gym, like, you get to live in a house, have a dog, be able to feed your dog, walk your dog, all of the things that we might take for granted some days.
Hmm.
So
Yeah,
yeah.
it sounds like through life and through the tough times, you've gotten a great appreciation for some things that some may consider small, but they're really big things, or like just kind of looking for the goodness that's around your life,
Yeah.
and and I could share with, like, as you're saying that, like in my house, and I was thinking, like, man, like thinking of all these, just going, like you're saying, going through tough times, and can kind of get caught up in that moment and not realize everything that's around you. I can give you an example for me, uh, kind of along with what you're saying, and kind of try to pay attention to the things around you. Going through difficult time for me was all going through this challenge around the same time period, which is crazy because it's the last like
Yeah.
maybe 3 or 4 years for me have been really, really tough and kind of working through difficult things. And I had a big pivot in my life. And I look up now, and it's like certain people that are in my life, like us right now talking on this podcast. I 100% can tell you it would not be so had that challenge not come to my life. I take a pivot. You can kind of mourn the past, but I'm so thankful. Like I can't imagine not having the people in my life that I have in my life now.
Yeah.
uh, so it kind of brings like a greater appreciation for that challenge as you navigate through it.
Yeah,
And
and it's funny that you say that because I I do a lot of reflecting, like
yes, me
just
too.
naturally now, I think.
Yes.
Um, and like I'll do it, at night or first thing in the morning or really whenever it comes to my mind, but I find myself doing it a lot. And one thing that I really have reflected on is that the point that I'm at in my life now, like
Yes.
I can say that everyone that is in my life, friends, family, um, my significant other, like
hmm
they bring nothing but positivity. Like all the
Yes.
negativity is
Yes.
gone from
Yes.
my life, whether that was, friends or whatever. And
Yes.
it really makes a big impact on my mental health and just where I'm at overall in every
hmm
aspect of life.
Yeah, I have two questions. The first question, do you find, because that resonates with me so much, do you find that now that you're in this place, you were able to like welcome those people into your life with a clearer mind, with a better understanding of who you are, with a more appreciation of who you are, being able to maybe say no to some things that you probably would say yes to in the past, because now you have a
Thousand
greater
percent.
understanding of yourself. Yes.
A thousand
That's
percent. Yep.
that's exactly how I
Absolutely.
feel. And then
Yep.
one other go ahead. I'm sorry if you was about to say something.
No, I mean, I really was just gonna say to that, like, I used to be a people pleaser and I used to,
Let the church
um,
say amen.
yeah,
Yes.
and I used to like I would really like never want anybody to feel excluded, or if somebody wanted to
Yes.
hang out, I would always
Goodness
feel
gracious.
obligated to say
Yes.
yes. And
Mm-hmm.
now I just don't feel that anymore. And um I put myself first no matter
Yes.
what. And
Yes.
I definitely have figured out for sure who I am. And yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you
Yeah.
have a good point there.
Yes, and I mean, that resonate. I'm telling you, that resonates all the way with me. Like as a people pleaser, I had someone actually tell me that, like somebody I really respect recently, within like it's in my life now. Is like, you are a people pleaser, or you're just nice, And I had to like take that in and like, okay, I am, and not take it in a negative way and just understand what the person was saying. But I really like the other question I have for you. I just want to see like your thought on it. Do you trust your life more now that you've been through difficulties? Like when I say that, trust your life, meaning when challenges do come up, but you're on this path that you're supposed to be on. Do you now almost like kind of trust that you'll get through it and trust that goodness will come from it? Uh,
Absolutely. Yes. I I know, like, no matter what happens, I know that I'm good and that I'll be okay.
hmm
And I don't really think, I mean, I don't want to really say that, but like I just know that I can overcome anything
Yes.
and I can do it. I'm not saying it won't hurt or there won't be struggles, but
hmm
100%, like I've always been a firm believer of everything happens for a reason, but
Yes.
I also have a lot of anxiety. Um, and so when you're in the moment of feeling all of the things,
hmm
um, I was definitely in a place previously where I would be doubtful or like, why me? Why is this happening to
Yes.
me? And that sort of thing. And now, it's like, it's just a season. Life is
Yeah.
tough. Nobody, like,
hmm
everybody goes through shit. And, you've made it through a lot of shit and,
hmm
you'll be good. So
Yes.
yeah, for sure.
And do you and that like I agree with that. That's like so many things I want to ask. Would you say that you allow yourself now when you go through things to feel what you feel, like to, because I can say for me, like if I, when challenges come and difficulties come, uh I just now tell myself, Derek, just feel what you feel, allow yourself to really truly feel those emotions, so when I am coming up with a solution, I'm truly coming up with a solution for what I'm feeling, not what I'm faking to feel. You know what I mean? I don't know if I'm articulating that
Yes.
well. Yeah.
Yes. And I think as a man, like for you to say
Hmm.
that, I think is huge because I think men can be so stoic sometimes.
Yes.
Um, and they don't like feeling vulnerable and that sort of
Hmm.
thing. But I think as humans, we're so lucky to have emotions and to be able to feel
Yes.
them. And
Gosh, that's so
um,
very well said.
you have to feel the heartache or the angst or whatever it may be that you're feeling to get to the good stuff.
Yes. Yes.
So
Yes.
I love that you said that, and I do, like, I'm a very emotional person.
Hmm.
And I like when I'm happy, like I'm happy, and when I'm sad,
Hmm.
I'm sad. But I do think as humans we are very lucky to be able to feel those emotions, and I think it's important to feel them.
Hmm.
Like, how can you really enjoy all the greatness of life when
Hmm.
you don't feel the sadness that you go through too? It
Yes.
makes it that much better when you get to the
Yes.
other side of things.
You can tend to almost not appreciate it. I've been thinking over life, and they have a thing of you can enjoy something. This is something I'm not something that someone told me. It's just through life experiences. You can enjoy something without appreciating it, but you can't appreciate something like a person can enjoy your presence but not appreciate you. And then they kind of get that appreciation of you once you're no longer there, but it's too late. For example, uh, I would leave the gym, go down to this little spot over here where I live, and there's some water there, and I would always go like take a picture of the sun rising. And I remember going over there one day and it was raining, like it was very cloudy, and I drove down and I was like, man, I never thought about the fact that it could be cloudy. So it gave me a greater appreciation for the sun when it's actually there,
Yep.
it's like almost
Yep.
breaking your leg, and you can kind of almost forget how wonderful it is to have a leg that's not broken. But when you don't have
Exactly.
it, you tend to appreciate it more.
Exactly.
So
Yep.
it's kind of, and then so lucky to have emotions. I've never heard that put that way. And I
Yeah.
definitely agree with you with saying that. I mean, that was so well, just the way you put that is like when you're sad, you're sad. And when you're happy, you're happy. And it's like enjoying the emotions or getting a greater appreciation for the good times because of
Yeah.
the bad times.
Yeah.
Um, so that's really really good.
Yeah.
I
And I don't think you ever really truly heal when you
mm,
go through things, whether it's a
mm,
breakup or you lose somebody that you're close with, or
yes.
whatever you're grieving or whatever you're going through.
Hmm.
Like, I don't ever think you really get through it or heal from it unless you allow yourself to feel those emotions.
Yes, yeah, because you're not really addressing what's there.
Mhm.
uh like it was
Yep.
always something that I was taught. I spent like a part of my life like going to church a lot, and I don't that's not something I do anymore. Uh but I would always hear this thing, fake it till you make it. And that never rubbed me the right way. I just didn't like that
Yep.
because I felt like I'm not saying I'm gonna put on like this big announcement that I'm in a certain place, but faking it till I make it, I'm gonna lie to myself, but then still I have to deal with like the consequences of where I'm actually at. So that's just never it was always like feel what you feel. And it was when I found myself in an apartment, like sitting there like crying, like, man, this is terrible. But I got
Mhm.
out of it by I was forcing myself to go to the gym, but that wasn't solving it. And then when I finally just sat there and was like, you know what, this sucks, and I'm going to be right here, and
Yep.
kind of felt my way through it. Uh, and now I know that those emotions, they're valid and they have a
Yeah.
place too. So
Yep. Exactly.
yes. Uh, there's another question I want to ask, but I don't remember all of the styles. But you mentioned like anxiety or just being anxious. And there's four attachment styles. I know one is secure attachment. The other one is anxious attachment. I don't know if you've ever even read the book. It's called Attached. But there's one of the
No.
styles that's like an anxious attachment style. And that's kind of what you reminded me of when you just mentioned the thing of like anxiety or just being anxious about certain things. And I don't know them all, so I'm not even going to continue to go in it. Uh,
Yeah, but no,
but
that makes me want to look into that.
yeah, yeah, I could send you the link to the book. It's a really 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 good book. that I enjoyed listening. I listen to books. I don't really read them. So yeah.
Yeah.
And then I think, I mean, the questions I had, I asked them as we were talking. That I really, really like the "So Lucky to Have Emotions."
Yeah.
That's really
Yeah.
good. Yes.
Yeah. We certainly are. I mean, um, yeah. I mean, I feel like I just feel like it's again like it's we're lucky to have them. We're lucky to have
Hmm.
them. We're lucky to experience it. And how do you really enjoy all the great things in life?
Yeah.
And when you're in a place where you're really, really happy and everything's going
Hmm.
right, like you appreciate it that much more,
Yeah. And
you
I
know?
think, something I've thought about lately, also is, you can go through a breakup, right? And it's very heartbreaking. I define it as it's almost like a funeral, but the person didn't die, which I think is
Mm-hmm.
almost worse. Because
Yep.
at a funeral, you're actually putting somebody in the ground, whether you want to get closure or not, the closure's there. Like boom, the casket's closed, we're putting this person in the ground. But you have a breakup, somebody that you've been with for a very long time, they're still alive. But I think and I try to guard myself. Like I will always take a chance at feeling love at the risk of being heartbroken, because the opportunity to feel that love, to know that your emotions, that you allowed yourself to feel what you would feel. And I just feel like it's so worth it. Like it's to me,
It
um,
is.
and what a joy it is to love someone, and then when it's
Yeah.
heartbreak, that's a part of it too, and you're kind of mourning what you experience, and then as you settle down, you have those memories forever,
Yep.
so.
I would 100% agree. And I honestly like I'm a relationship type of girl. Like I've had
Hmm.
plenty of them. I For the most part, I am friendly or, am on good terms with every single person that I've ever been in a relationship with. And
Hmm.
I'm grateful for all of that, like all of the relationships and all of those people, because ultimately it shaped me into who I
Yes.
am now. And I
Hmm.
feel like I can love my person better now than I
Yes.
loved anybody before, you know?
Hmm.
Um, I really do. I think it's beautiful, how much you can learn yourself about how much you can learn about yourself through relationships, even when they don't work.
Yes.
Um,
Yes.
and I think that, you know, and this is kind of going off a little bit of topic, but like to add on to that, I think one of the things that have allowed me to love in current relationships and moving forward is forgiving and
Hmm.
moving on and
Yes.
accepting and all of those things
Hmm.
from previous relationships.
Yeah, and I think that's definitely on topic, of, because it's like that's continuing to show up throughout your life, and
Hmm.
forgiveness is forgiveness is absolutely important, and it's a choice that we have. A lot of things we do have choices in situations, and it comes back to it costs like maybe our ego, and that
Yeah.
I may be saying that as if it's not a big deal. That could be bigger for some and smaller for others, but that's when it really comes down to it. That's what it costs. Like me forgiving this person, it doesn't mean that you have to be in their life, but you kind of free yourself in the forgiveness, and you free that person too to say, hey, this is no longer working. You hurt me, I hurt you, however it was, and I forgive you for that. And I can
Yeah.
go back to like what you're saying, takes me back to like Joe, at the gym. And when I was talking to her about, and I mentioned this before, about like things within my life that I feel like I missed out on, or didn't have a certain person in my life, or even relationship, in my life. For me, it was a marriage that was for a very long time that ended. And just like you mentioned, looking at life now, like how I'm able to truly show up as a better man, all of the things that
Hmm.
I had to do within my life to help find myself. And then now I can look back over my own life and be like, man, you didn't get that right,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I'm able to show up as a better person. So for me to be angry or kind of upset with that person is like it shaped me. They were almost like the sacrifices. They got the part of me that wasn't yet, cultivated into who I am now. So,
Yeah.
and,
Yeah.
and it's all a part of our journey, of who we
Yeah.
are.
Yep.
and how we show up today. So yes,
Yeah.
that's really good. This is awesome,
Yeah.
man. So if you don't have anything else, I don't know if you have anything else that you want to say.
I mean, no, I could talk forever, but
That's all right.
yeah, but no,
So,
no.
yeah. So my final question: if somebody's listening to this and they're like, "Man, all the things she's sharing resonated with me," like a lot of it resonated with me. Actually, we have a lot of things in common. How we see the world. What advice would you give that person?
So, um, my advice, my biggest piece of advice, and I'm just thinking of a friend who I've been like trying to just drill this into their brain.
Mm-hmm.
Um, is you like it's everything's a mindset. Every single
Mm-hmm.
thing, whether it's, you want to improve your health, or, you want to gain muscle, or you want to look a certain way, or or you're just not happy in life, or whatever it is. Every single thing is a mindset. And our our minds are powerful, but
Yes.
we have the strength and the power to alter that.
Yes.
So, I just think it's really important to wake up every day. And, if you're having negative thoughts, or you're not feeling it, like, just talk within yourself, have that positive self-talk, but, like,
Yes.
literally switch your mindset. Like, I don't feel like doing this today. I get to do this today. Or,
Yes.
this asshole won't stop bitching me out via email. Like, just I'm a very reactive person, but I've learned to just, like,
Mm-hmm.
sit and don't act off of emotion and those sort of things. So
Yes.
just yeah, I mean, that's my biggest piece of advice, is to just really try and alter your mindset into that positive mindset, instead of
Mm-hmm.
letting that negative mindset impact your day-to-day life, because life is short and life is sweet, and it's not worth it.
Yeah, and we've made it through all of our difficult times, right?
We
Everyone that
have.
we've had, we've made through it
We
all. We've made
we
it through all
have.
of them,
We have. And it's, you
We're
know,
undefeated in making it through. It may take a little
yeah,
bit longer, but
and it's no matter how hard it gets, like, it's always way more beautiful on the other side. And then you
it's
get
so
to look
true.
back and reflect on all the stuff that you went through, and be proud of yourself, and pat yourself on the back, and, be like, I made it, now I
Yeah,
can
yes,
now I can get through whatever. So,
yeah. And it's then the things don't necessarily get easier, we get stronger. And we can parallel that right to the gym. The
yep,
gym, we do very, very difficult things in the gym.
yep,
Uh, so I know we can do these difficult things in the world, and you're so right. It's all in our mind. It's like a
yeah.
mindset. And something simple to prove that, a very, very simple thing, is all you got to do is one day I can ask you right now, how many red cars did you drive past today during your travels? You wouldn't know.
Mm-hmm.
But if you go out tomorrow and you set your mind to say, okay, I'm gonna count the red cars, it could be the exact same amount of cars from yesterday, but now you're noticing it. So you set your
Yep.
mind, like you're saying, you just set your mind to what you want, and it's very true. So
Yeah.
yes. Well, thank you so much. This was great. Yes. So
Thanks for having me. We've
you're
been
very
talking about doing
welcome.
this for so long.
Yes, yes, yes.